So, you've mastered face-to-face teaching, and the pandemic has made you an online teaching Jedi. And now, you're looking for a challenge. You've heard about HyFlex teaching, and you say to yourself, really, how hard can it be? So, what is HyFlex teaching anyway? The definition we're working with is HyFlex courses are classes that allow students to choose whether to attend classes face-to-face or online synchronously or asynchronously. What's critical is that students in HyFlex courses achieve the equivalent learning outcomes regardless of modality. There's a lot to love about HyFlex. It is student-centered in the extreme. Students get all of the choice without sacrificing any of the learning outcomes. If you think about it, there's no reason why a student wouldn't want to take a HyFlex course. You mean when I want to go to class, I can? And when it feels more like a pajama day, I can just zoom in from home? And if I sleep in and completely miss class, it's totally cool? Sign me up. As an instructor of a HyFlex course, you have the opportunity to meet students where they are and provide a level of access to learning that is seldom experienced. But it's not without its challenges. Now, if your teaching framework is based on a content delivery model, you might be asking yourself, what's the big deal? Students can access the lecture by either showing up, zooming in, or logging in later. As long as you remember to hit the record button, there's really no extra work. The problem is, good teaching is about learning, not content delivery. If we were just delivering content, we wouldn't need you. We could just subcontract your discipline out to masterclass for a whole lot less and get Academy Award winners and Nobel laureates to deliver lessons from their high-tech studios. But there's no connection with these instructors. No matter how many times you watch Sam Jackson's masterclass, he will never be your mentor. Now, where to start? A successful HyFlex course is built on the foundation of a really strong online asynchronous course. We're not just adding online content on top of a traditional face-to-face lecture. We're designing the class for 3 separate modalities, which means that some activities will have to be significantly revised or adapted in order to meet the learning outcomes. Because you are facilitating learning in 3 different modalities, what works with students in a face-to-face classroom may or may not work with students over Zoom, and most likely won't work with those students tuning in at some later date. The key is to meet the learning outcomes even if you have to do it through different means. Then there's the lecture. Now, before I get to the lecture, I want to remind you about some basic truths of how the human brain works. We don't multitask. What we think of as multitasking is actually task switching, and it's incredibly inefficient. But when you're teaching a HyFlex class, you are engaging the students in the room with you. You're also interacting with students over Zoom, without forgetting those students who will be tuning in from the future. That's 3 different audiences with 3 different needs that you're attempting to engage simultaneously. I can't resist employing the juggling metaphor here because I've actually put in a fair bit of time learning to keep these 3 beanbags moving: classroom, Zoom, and future playback. In order to engage with all of these students, you need to address them directly and facilitate connections across the modalities. Think of expert broadcasters who are able to balance guests in the studio and those beamed in over satellite. But the difference between Anderson Cooper and you is that he's got an entire team backing him up with a little voice in his ear, reminding him not to neglect that guest in the bottom left corner of his screen. You won't have that little voice. As Nietzsche said, he who has a why to live can bear almost any how. The question you have to ask yourself is, why do you want to do HyFlex? What's in it for your students, and what's in it for you? It goes without saying that to do this right takes time and effort. It takes a host of technical and pedagogical skills along with a genuine vision for what's possible. But if you can get it right, you're creating opportunities for students who simply don't have access to those other modalities. Some of our students need that face-to-face connection along with the flexibility to miss a class or 2 or 3. HyFlex can be that space where those students thrive if we're willing to do it right.